is gift of destruction. Anytime you hear gift, it is reference to our handhold techniques. Now, for the handholds, or like a handshake type of position here, that doesn't register as a position you should feel threatened in. And of course, we would want to teach somebody to consider someone offering you their hand to shake as a potential attack, right? But it could be. In modern context, it could be one of those things where you've been having an argument, that argument's gotten pretty heated, it looked like that argument was going to come to blows, and then all of a sudden the person you're arguing with is just okay. And they're pretending to just drop the whole thing. And they reach their hand out, and you have that sense of there's no way this guy is dropping this disagreement that quick, right? You have that sense of, I don't know that he really is okay. You have that sense of, I don't know if this is entirely safe, I don't know if I trust this guy. And it's at that point, while they're holding one arm, they reach back and go to slug you with the other hand. The sucker punch maneuver. For this one, I'm going to pull, right? If I just pull here, when he goes to punch, again, it's that idea of we jerk one side forward, just like in delayed sword, pulls the other shoulder back. And if they're going to try and catch you with that sucker punch, they're not going to have the same force in it if you can pull the opposite shoulder forward there. They've lost the ability to twist into that punch, to really give it the kind of force that they want it to have. But if I'm just pulling with one hand, it's a game of who's stronger. Because as soon as I start pulling, they're going to feel that in moments. Okay, are you stronger than me? Who's going to win this tug-of-war match? So I want 2-on-1. I want on his one hand, both of mine, right? So I'm going to get the advantage in this tug-of-war match by jerking with both hands this way. And I'm going to pull it past my right side as I do. Furthermore, I'm not just going to grab with this left hand. I'm going to catch him at the elbow, but I'm going to hit that elbow at the same time. I don't want to allow that arm, as I pull it by, to bend. If I pull that arm, and as I'm pulling that arm, he's able to bend his elbow, I could eat that elbow. I could pull that elbow right into myself. So, first step that we're going to do, and again, just like our last technique, gift of destruction is only 2 counts. So step 1, though, has several different parts. I'm going to step in forward with my left, ever so slightly. I'm going to heel palm right at the elbow, kind of hyperextending it, catching it so that it stays straight, and then I'm grabbing that arm, right? I've got my right arm at his hand, I've got my left arm at the elbow, now I've got both hands to pull. But as I go to pull, I'm going to drive my right knee forward. And my target in this case, as you're pulling that right arm forward, it might be twisting them a little bit, ideally it is. We want the side of their leg here. If you come up from the knee about 1/3 of the way, or down from the hip, depending on your height, 1/3 of the way, there's 2 points on the side of the thigh here, the quadricep muscle, that are exposed. And kind of the lower head here, where it starts to curve in, the nerves are exposed there on the side. You can feel it just by kind of tapping on it with your fingers. And if you come down from your hip 1/3 of the way and tap on that, you can feel it there. So you want to pull, hit to the elbow, both hands, boom, pull him into that knee. Strong knee right to the outside of their right thigh. And then when we plant down, keep that hand at their elbow, your left hand at their elbow, and as you're advancing now into them, just like deflecting hammer had that elbow, we're now going to do an inward elbow strike. So deflecting hammer was a thrusting elbow strike where you're trying to hit with the point of that elbow as it drives forward. Now we're going to hit with the top of the forearm here. From the elbow here, just the very, very bottom section there of the forearm striking in. So I'm pulling here into the knee as I plant forward, and that'll be between his legs. This left hand still behind his elbow. I don't let go of his hand from our initial grab. And as I turn and deliver this inward elbow, you'll be holding his forearm in such a way that it is bending the wrist. And the bend at the wrist is what we call a gooseneck. You'll be creating a gooseneck hold on them as you deliver that last strike. So one more time, the whole thing, gift of destruction. We hit and pull at step 1, plant with the inward elbow, and a gooseneck's being applied at the same time, and that's step 2. plant, your gooseneck, right? Slide back, heel. Ah! Got you here, you ready to punch? Good gooseneck. Yep, pow! Good, like perfect instruction. On a knee, plant the elbow, this is a circle wings. Punch, knee, buckle, hammer. Here. Knee there? Yes, buckle hammer.